It is October the 21st, 2022, and we have contacted the Gaithersburg abandoned facility where Tacoma Park took my vehicles. We contacted the county executive of Montgomery County to inform them that 3 of my vehicles were illegally towed to this facility and that they are responsible for my vehicles. After contacting the Gaithersburg abandoned police facility, we have found out that the individuals have released my vehicles to somebody else. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The police department of Montgomery County gave my Mercedes Benz to somebody else. I am the sole owner of this property, and they say that they came down and just gave my property to somebody else. This is the title to the property. This is the bill of sale for the Mercedes Benz. And this shows you just how corrupt and untogether these individuals are. We contacted the Montgomery County Executive Office. They put me on hold. We contacted the county attorney's office. The young lady took the information and said that someone from her office would be contacting me. We contacted the Gaithersburg abandoned facility, and a fraud has taken place along with an extortion. This is what is taking place in this county, in this state. Now, we showed the documents the first time to get these vehicles out of the impoundment when they took them off of 6530 New Hampshire Avenue. The owners who I bought the vehicles from informed this impoundment that I was the owner. I purchased them and it was my property. Now they just gave my property to somebody else, my Mercedes Benz, and allowed them to take it off the property. A police impoundment lot. Go figure this one out. The gentleman told me the person came with documentation saying he's the owner of the vehicle. I produced a bill of sale, the title of me purchasing this vehicle, and they just gave it to somebody else. After they gave it to me the first time, after they received all the documentation. How corruption is. As I informed them, I want my property back. And I'm going to do my own investigation, and I'm going to find my property. I've called my people to come, and you can't hide a Mercedes Benz, a C230 that has been modified. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what corruption does. How does somebody come into a police facility and produce documents after you have already produced them on the same vehicles? I can see if they were different vehicles, but these are the same vehicles that were taken the first time, towed illegally. They returned it to me, and I showed them documentation that I was the sole owner of this property, and you give it to somebody else. Unbelievable. I have a bill of sale. I have the original title with the signature of the person who sold it to me. And these individuals gave my property to somebody else. And let's see how they wiggle out of this one. If this isn't trying to intimidate, harass, and derelict of duty, I don't know what is. And this all stems from the Tacoma Park government. And this is why these people need to do away with these little towns, because they don't know the law. And they pull other people into their foolishness, which they have done to Montgomery County. And whoever has my car. So stay tuned, because shit about to get real. I have a right to protect and safeguard my property. And these individuals illegally took my property off a public street, saying I didn't have it registered. But nobody can show me a law saying I need to register my private property with a government agency. So, as I have made it very clear, the law is on my side. And now my property is gone from a police impoundment yard where the police gave it to somebody else. What is this country coming to? As you see right now, we have a no parking sign here. Let me go back up in here because they haven't cut the trees back yet. And I'm just bringing you this. That's a no parking sign, and it goes all the way down to here. Here's a car right here that's parked in a no parking zone. Let me see, a bushman came out here and put a ticket on this car. It's parked in a no parking zone. No ticket on this vehicle. But yet and still, here's a no parking sign. No ticket. Look at this. Truck parked on the wrong side. Street. Here's another car. Blocking the sidewalk. If a resident or a citizen, handicapped person had to come through here. Look at this shit. You have to go around the car to get to the car. If a person in a handicap would have to go out into the street, because this person has decided they want to block the sidewalk. This shit is crazy in this little town, in this fucking state. I'm telling you, taxpayers, it is time to redo the justice system. How in the world do you allow someone to come in and take possession of somebody else's property when you know who the property is? And I'm gonna tell you why. Money. If whoever comes in there and pays the fine off, they don't care as long as they get that money. This is about profit and nothing else. Greed. I'm gonna call the previous owner and see if he's the one, because there's only two people that, well, three, that could have did it. The people I bought the car from, myself. But once these individuals took my currency, my money, and they signed this bill of sale, that became my property. The police department knew this. They saw the signatures. They even talked to the people who sold me the car, And if they allowed them to come back onto the facility and steal the car, this is why taxpayers, it's time to redo this government. Because it's all about money, nothing else. Nothing else. Still is dirty. Them making excuses why they're not sweeping the streets of this little town. But again, ladies and gentlemen, this was a brief recording. My vehicle has been stolen from the police impoundment of Montgomery County. You can't even have your shit towed somewhere. Without somebody coming in and stealing it from the... How you steal from the police impoundment? That's what gets me. That's something you should prove documentation. If you ain't got the title, and they have the funny thing about this is the same Mercedes Benz that was at their impound, and that the county executive and the chief of police and the county attorney ordered them to release them and give them back to me because I could prove that I bought the vehicles. And if you allowed somebody else to come in and take these same vehicles, or take this same vehicles, which we were talking about, the Mercedes, from your compound, there's a problem there. That is a serious problem that anybody can come in there with something and just take what they want. But I've contacted the county executive, the county attorney, the facility. I want my vehicle back. And the funny thing about it, they have my telephone number, the department, all of them. The facility, all of them. They could have called me. The courts have an address for me. They have an address. This is about intimidation. I'm telling you. There's that white car still parked, ain't moved, and it's been stored there for years. Ain't been moved. But they'll come down and they'll harass me about mine, talking about they're being stored. The fuck out of here. This vehicle is being stored. It don't even be moved. But stay tuned. More evidence for this lawsuit. Look how she riding all along against the yellow line. God damn. More evidence for this big lawsuit. And it's coming. Make no mistake about it. I know they think out of sight, out of mind, or he ain't gonna do this, he ain't gonna do that. Oh, it's coming. The game is about to be played. But stay tuned for this saga. Somebody has come down to the police impoundment lot and stole my property from the police impoundment lot. Ain't that some shit? Stay tuned.